Hello and welcome to a new video from Skolera Training Videos. Today in our video we will continue looking at the teacher interface and what other things do we have on the side menu. From the navigation menu up there we have the home and my courses. Next we have my school. Under my school we have several things including my zones. Now zones is basically a way of grouping users together who have a common interest. If you're a member of the zone, you'll actually show up in the zones here. You'll see the zone. You can then interact with the zone members, whether they're other colleagues, that could be teachers, other teachers, students or parents or supervisors, and so on. Plus we also have the eLibrary, which is a place where you can store your own files and reuse them at any time. To upload a file in the eLibrary, you just click on upload, select the files you want to upload, and you can have up to 5 files each time. Each file is 50 megabytes, and you can upload these files, or you can download an existing file by clicking on the 3-dot menu and downloading the file that you want. You can also filter by looking for a file by name or by date. The photo gallery, this is used to adding albums. If you're assigned on one of these photo galleries or photo albums, you will see a list of the albums that you're assigned to. You can go to the appropriate album and from there either watch the images or videos that are found in the album, or you can upload new files into the album. And once more, you can upload up to 50 files, each file of 50 megabytes in this photo album. Okay. Here you can also go to the question bank. We've seen previously how you can add questions from the quiz to the question bank, but you can go directly to the question bank and either select different or look at different questions, or you can add a question into the question bank directly. You just need to fill in the subject, the objectives, the question type, the difficulty levels, and so on. Then you just create your question exactly the same way you would normally create the question in the quiz. Okay, based again on the different type of questions that we have and are available in here. Okay. And let's go back to this. Don't want to actually save anything. Just go back to this point. Under my days, we have things that are related to time, including the calendar, which will show up the school calendar with academic, vacations, events, and personal events. To create a personal event, you can just click on create a personal event, you write in the event dates, and the event will be created, and you click on create. Just remember that personal events are personal events. No one else gets to see these events. The timetable, and this will show the different classes that you teach, when you have classes, and so on. So here on Sunday I have science in year 9A, and on Monday I have also science in year 9A. If you're assigned to other classes, of course, they will all be spread and shown in the timetable altogether. Now, of course, as a teacher, you do not create your timetable, you don't change the timetable. This has to be done from someone in administration. Any changes that will be applied on the timetable by administration will show up in your timetable right here. It will also reflect to the students, so they will also get to know exactly what's going on. Lastly, we have the connect part, from which we can go back to previous messages. We have a list of the old messages right up here. Okay, this is an unread message, if you remember, with a little dot next to it. I can open this message, take a look at it, look at the message, write my reply right up there, and it will go to all the members who are in this message. It says here that the message is Israel and 6 others. If you click on the 6 others, it will show you who are the other members included in this communication. If I don't want to see this message anymore, you can just check on the message, and from the 3-dot menus, we go to archive, where the message will be archived and will disappear from the list. And it's telling me here that there is one archived message. I can go to archived to take a look at this message. If I want to retrieve it again, is just check on it and unarchive the message, and it will be returned again to the active messages right there. Of course, in the messages, you can always filter with the role, the sender role, who the sender is, who the recipients are, messages that are received or messages that are sent, or both. You can see both of them. If you want, this shows both messages that you sent and that were sent to you from particular date, the date range, and so on. If you don't want to use any of these filters, you can just reset the filters and they will go back to the standard. And if you click on this filter icon again, the filter itself will disappear. We also have the announcements at the bottom. which will show you all the previous announcements. Remember that announcements are shown here, but these are only the active announcements. The show until date of these announcements hasn't been reached yet. That's why they're active. But all the announcements will appear right here, and you can go back to any of these announcements to check them, to view their content. If they have files attached, you can view the files as well, and maybe even download them or interact with them, and so on. Do remember that the main difference between messages and announcements, messages are two-way directions or two-directional, which means that you can receive a message and you can send a message or respond to a message. Whereas announcements is one direction. It's a one-way message coming from the school administration to the users. There is no chance or there's no option to respond to an announcement. Thank you for being with us today, and we hope that you enjoyed our videos on the training videos on Skolera Teacher. Thank you.